live! Hey everybody, it is Monday night, it is Atop the Fourth Wall plays The Outer Worlds, and as you can see from the pinned message in the chat, Poke Equipment is now open for business. What's this? You want to have a Team Skull logo, but in Trans Pride? Why, I seem to have that. You want it in Ace colors? Why, yes, we have that as well. Why, do you want one of these wonderful Pokemon mini keychains? I happen to have all of these as well. And of course, we'll be adding more and more stuff in the future. But wait, let's say you don't care about Pokemon. Let's say you don't care about other franchises. You only care about Atop the Fourth Wall. Why, there just happens to be now the Mini Comicron 1, all finished and completed, ready to be purchased for $10. Yes, I am opening the stream by shilling my stuff. Of course I am. How do you not get me by now?
Ah, the rare double shill technique.
So, hope everyone's having a good day. It's a rough time here right now, but we're here to have a good time and to have some space and to have some pocket mans. Surprised he's not handcuffed to that keychain bracelet.
Wow.
I mean, that'll be like that when I travel, because the original plan for all this, of course, was just taking them around for, like, you know, local conventions and doing artist alley stuff, because, of course, obviously, I don't have, you know, like I said, I don't have a huge following in Minnesota. That is the sad truth of it. If I'm at the East Coast, I'm at the West Coast, or even, like, larger parts of the Midwest, like Chicago, I have a larger fan base. Not in Minnesota. So if I want to do local cons, if I want to actually, like, try to make money off of the 3D printer and just in general, then, yeah, doing alternate things is the way to go. And I was like, hey, I'm making these keychains. Comicron 1 Megazord, is that an option yet? No, it is not. We still got to get the action figure going.
Right? Wait, what?
I'm so close to just commissioning someone to do it, because I keep having to put working on the head sculpt out of the way so I can, like, you know, focus on, you know, Atop the Fourth Wall or other merch, because they're much easier to put together than trying to sculpt a head that looks like me. Looking forward to the Doom Patrol review. I finally finished the script. God, that took longer than it should have.
Oh my.
Real life stuff. It's always a case where I'm doing stuff outside of my home. It's like helping out my family or doing stuff with other people. You know, I'm taking time. I'm away, and also just in general, and of course I was on other streams hanging out with the science team. But in general, like my big issue is just like, I don't know, something about this one was taking me forever. I finished the script before this stream, though. So I'll be filming that either tonight after the stream or more likely tomorrow, because I need to proofread, I need to set up the teleprompter and all that jazz. But hopefully we're going to have a good time tonight. We're going to be out in outer space. But first, let me introduce, of course, who's hanging out here. Not for the full time, unfortunately, so it's going to get quieter at a certain point. But starting with Eliza.
Always great being here.
We got Lotus.
Good evening, everyone.
And we got Xandru.
Hello,
we don't have a Lotus.
Everybody.
And Zen is here. The problem is, Zen, of course, I understand in the situation where you have to share the mic with Eliza, but it's easy for me to forget because, of course, you're not on the list of people.
It's okay. I'm going to go with this bunny. I'm just going to waft around here for a bit.
It's all good. Any PO unboxing videos coming up? Yes, there is. We recorded a PO unboxing last month. It hasn't gone up yet because I'm going to use that as my test case for trying out DaVinci Resolve. For those who didn't hear, my family for Christmas gave me a pro copy of DaVinci Resolve to finally get me off of Adobe Premiere Pro. I've been using Adobe Premiere Pro 5.5 for like 15 years.
Dear God.
And screw giving Adobe any more money, especially not Creative Cloud bullcrap. So it's time for me to move on. But when I tried to do so, I originally started working on the top 15 covers. I didn't cover video in it, and I could not understand half the stuff that I need to do. So, yeah, I need to fix that and change that. So we're gonna, so I'll get used to that. Was the mic turned on? Yes, of course the mic was turned on. So it'll be easier to edit a PO unboxing than it will be to edit a full-on review, and that will give me all the basics I need to start working there for going forward.
I just want to say, top 15 covers that I didn't cover, that's a banger title. Like, that is perfection.
Indeed. And a comic geek, Brainiac sees the heroes reborn in Ultimate Hulks. I may need a decent pair of pants, but you need pants, period.
Pants to be darkened.
Pants to be uploaded.
Alright. So, let's go. So I've done my requisite shilling. The Doom Patrol script is done, so we'll get that review up in the next couple days. J-Mander's got the title card ready for that one already.
Yeah.
So let's get to space. I'm trying to remember what we were last doing.
We were doing space stuff.
We were playing toss ball.
We were fighting a tossball team, I recall. There was the tossball team that turned into pirates.
The
Yep.
tossball pirates, that's right.
Would a Comic-Con 1 Megazord be like work like the Astro Megazord from Pirates of Space? You know, 2 pieces of the Vigilant and Comic-Con 1 body? Maybe.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a sucker for like the multi-machines coming into one thing, but like the just one big ship and one little ship making a robot body is actually very innovative. When I saw that, I'm like, that's actually really cool.
All right, so we can finally go back to Gorgon and finally get in to the facility that we've been trying to get into this whole time. I remember we met that deranged scientist being like, there was lots of looting, but that seems like a thing we just do every time.
I know, right?
We loot, we shoot.
Looting and shooting, it's our standard operating procedure.
Loot everything that's not nailed down and then steal the nails.
Looking through glory holes in bathrooms. Man, that was a huge glory hole we went through.
What the heck?
Remember there was that hole in the bathroom wall?
Oh dear.
It was a massive hole. We just crouched in to get inside.
There was a hole here. It's gone now.
Oh no, that hole was right there, and we are still carrying around way too much. So let us go back in real quick and dump a bunch of stuff.
That's probably a good idea.
ABL, always be looting. Haha, hole.
Yeah, better put the stuff away. Otherwise, how are we ever going to collect the Are those space cows?
What space cows?
On the right.
1 second.
Well, if there's space cows, then there's got to be space cowboys somewhere.
Some people call me Space Cowboy.
I was gonna mention something about how like a whole bunch of guys named Maurice.
There are some people who call me Bunny.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just start selling a bunch of stuff here that we know we're never going to use.
Sign off on Cowboy Bebop. Go from that one show that was inside the show.
See you, Space Cowboy.
That's it.
Inferno Scythe, we'll get rid of this.
All those guys who realized they were fired like in the last episode, like just on the air.
Yep.
Yeah.
Flamethrower 2.0, we're definitely keeping that. Discrepancy Amplifier. Pro Tossball Stick. How many Pro Tossball Sticks do we have? That's a Champion Tossball Stick. That's a Pro Tossball Blocker. Perfect Game. Champion Tossball Blocker. We're keeping all the Tossball stuff. It's essential. We don't need the Impact Hammer. Vortex Mace Ultra, which is cool but unnecessary. Plasma Cutter Titanium. It's good to have a melee weapon around.
Also, T-Elite, Captain Adventure, we will get to your comments when you post them.
Grenade Launcher. Infested Fletchet Gun. Sawed-off Shotgun. Assault Rifle Ultra. Plasma Carbine.
Right, Captain Avenger says, I was watching Comic Drake's latest video of what do Japanese people think of American comics, and apparently there's an X-Men and Superman manga called Superman vs. Meshi. Not sure if you've read them.
I have not.
And T Elite says, gonna shill right now out the gate. Hi, I'm T Elite. I did the title card for the stream and a couple of others. I do Minecraft skins commissions. Link in the description.
Don't worry, I already shelled out of the gate myself. Why can I not run? I just got rid of a bunch of stuff. I'm really carrying that much junk. I just got rid of a bunch of stuff. Why can I not run?
Have you tried the run button?
Have you tried setting it to Wumbo?
Suddenly something's going on. There's like some sort of emergency evacuation going on, or maybe it's because we just landed here. Okay, let's go to the vending machines and sell a bunch of stuff.
A great idea.
Is there something somewhere that tells you what your encumbrance rate is?
Yes, it's
yeah, it's right here, 241 out of 250. So I just fixed it.
Have it, yeah. Jeremy Adler says, is it getting harder to find secret origins that aren't from more recent times that are in movies, TV shows? Like, how much longer before you run out?
A bit, yeah. We are running out of quite a few of them, unfortunately. I am working on it, though. I actually had some ideas for a bunch that I hadn't thought of before. And I picked up a bunch of helmets that I didn't realize I was still carrying.
You know, we should do something as the secret origin of Rogue. A lot of people don't realize that Rogue started off as a villain.
The secret origin of Mole Man.
The same thing for Wolverine. He was like a one-off in the Incredible Hulk.
I did Wolverine already, though.
Yeah, it's just amusing to me. It's like, behold, like the dangerous Wolverine. Like, what?
Yeah, and he wasn't a villain. He was another hero sent to go and attack the Hulk, because that was a general thing in the Hulk comic. That a hero that we could be sent after the Hulk.
No one escaped from Mole Man.
And Clockwork Soul says, pleased to meet you. Hope you guessed my name. Santa? Close enough.
Yeah, it's by
See that Jack Black playing Satan movie?
Nope. I know Jack Black like played music for Satan in a movie.
No, there's a recent movie that came out where Jack called Dear Santa, where Jack Black plays Satan, who got a letter by accident from a kid who's got dyslexia.
Look, Satan just wants to help out, okay?
And I kind of want to see that film because it's Jack Black being Satan.
There's a movie from the 2000s, like it's corny as hell, but it's called Santa Slay, S-L-A-Y, where Bill Goldberg is Santa, but the opening credit sequence has like Satan, and then it switches the N and the A, and it's like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, Phalos reviewed that years and years ago.
Yeah, I used to watch that movie whenever it came on, because something about it, like, it was the right kind of entertaining for me. I know Spoonie, I think, reviewed it, like, in text, I think. I've definitely seen Phalos.
Yeah, because he did text reviews once upon a time.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, back in my day, we walked uphill both ways.
Well, Linkara also did text reviews back in the day.
Yep. We all started out in text before YouTube became a thing, and then we switched over to Rever, then we switched over to Blip, then we switched over to half a dozen other ones before we finally settled back in YouTube. It all comes around, Gary. It all comes around.
You know where I got my start? Game Fact. I started writing tech guides.
I got started, like, after watching Channel Awesome. I got started in the Channel Awesome, or I guess that guy with the glasses, like, blog section, you know, at the bottom of the page where anybody could post.
I started off doing, like, actual reviews for magazines and stuff, and then the magazines I worked for all either went defunct or fired a lot of people.
Always fun. Started off on YouTube, reviewed some episodes of Curious Sentai Ranger, got my first copyright strike, did storyline, and decided to do a little bit of reviewing until going back to storyline kind of thing.
There you go.
That's one thing I missed about Blip, is that there just were no copyright strikes. They did not give a shit.
They did, but only if you like you filled out like a proper DMCA takedown request, because that happened to Lupa a few times.
Okay.
And that guy was an asshole.
That guy who made like the... Oh god, I forgot that guy's name, but the one where like...
The Zen
Roddy
filmmaking
was in
guy.
A couple of his movies, that guy like really got salty.
Yep. The Zen filmmaking guy, he sucked.
Yeah, like what's his name goes to Frogtown.
I cannot recall.
Yeah, but like that guy.
But after I did my work for magazines, I got started a YouTube channel. That YouTube channel I eventually nuked because the person I worked with turned out to be a monster. And then I created a new YouTube channel like 4 years ago while I was homeless, and then I spent the last year and a half not uploading to it because of life issues.
Who's shooting at me?
I'm getting back. I've been recording a lot and writing a lot.
No, he's spending this year being fired for working too much.
Look, I have a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Stop working.
I will say, dude... I will say, Eliza, like, I'm glad that you are working, but once in a while, I agree that you probably should, like, rest up just a little bit.
Look, I get about 3 to 5 hours of sleep a night.
That's not healthy.
Is, like, medically unhealthy. Yeah, like, obviously unhealthy.
I've tried to make her sleep more than
like,
3 hours, and she won't.
Like, I've done 5 hours of sleep. Like, oh, it's a work day tomorrow. Oh, I guess I gotta get up early. Like, it fucking sucks. Like, you don't do that.
My body needs 6 minimum, and I can live with 5, but it sucks.
Like, 3 is like, how are you, like, functioning?
That's what happened yesterday. My brother did not want to go alone to a Doctor Who convention yesterday. So he asked me to come with him, and he would pay the pay my admission. But unfortunately, like, we had to go at certain times because his primary thing was he wanted autographs and photos, because he wants to have photos with every living doctor, and Peter Davison was there.
Nice.
Did you get a picture of David Tennant and of David Tennant?
No. No, because we don't acknowledge that decision. But yeah, so
another photo.
And since Nicola Bryant was there as well, the actress who played Perry, got a photo with her too. But their photo times were at different times, so we had to go in the morning for her autograph and photos, and the afternoon for for Peter Davison. So that so we had to stay there for a while, but it also mean I had to get up at a certain time, and my sleep schedule gets screwed up. I tried to go to sleep earlier, but if I'm not tired, I don't sleep. So I only got like 2-3 hours of sleep. And thank God for Diet Mountain Dew, because for some reason that manages to keep me up.
Probably because of the amount of sugar.
Probably.
More like diet sadness.
But of course, by that point, by the time I got back home, I was like, I am in no shape to stream in a few hours. I need to actually sleep, so I slept. And then I hopped on to Fiery Laura's stream from the science team and hung out with her for several hours.
Nice.
Instead of doing real work. Why is the inventory? God, it's like 3. Okay. Add to junk.
Wow, that didn't take long.
You are the king of VTubers, after all.
Add to junk. So to make our life easier, I'm gonna start adding stuff to junk.
That was like no time at all. These items stack up real fast.
They are way too heavy. The armor is really. I need to start getting rid of some of the armors, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, the armors get really heavy really fast.
Is there like no storage place you could put in these items on the
It
ship?
should be on the ship.
I don't care enough to keep them that much. It's just like there's been a
Okay.
circumstance once or twice where being able to have like slightly higher stats has proven useful. That's why I've kept them around. But honestly, I'm starting to feel like maybe it's not going to be that helpful.
Yeah, and somebody in chat, like, toward the beginning of the stream mentioned if you don't plan on using the science weapons, you could put those in your ship's storage.
That's true.
But what about science? Don't you know anything about science?
That's just skills +5, and we'll keep that. Tech skills +5. Just dropping a bunch of these. I'm not picking them up again. Okay.
Also, while I'm at it.
Of course. Don't you know anything about science?
Very good. I need to start. I just started using the Discord soundboard then, if that's gonna be because my regular soundboard doesn't work.
Oh, that's not fun.
True story from Kayla. True story. I didn't know Mountain Dew existed until I was 12. I was only aware of Diet Mountain Dew. Weird.
Huh.
But diet is like if everything hates you.
I like Diet Dr. Pepper, though.
It tastes like it hates you.
Yeah, like normal Dr. Pepper.
No, it doesn't. It tastes like chemicals.
Okay, it actually
you
went
drink-
back this way. Well, let me check the map here.
Also, you
While
drink
you're
Dr.
doing that, T Elite mentions, anytime I mention any amount of hours of sleep in the book club, Eliza's like, you can do that? And on an unrelated note, today I read why you can't just use the Force for therapy.
Oh my.
Because the writers finally exercised some fucking restraint. You can't use the Force for literally everything. Wow, amazing.
Look,
It's a Christmas
I
miracle.
tried sleeping for more than 5 hours at a time. It just doesn't work.
Try harder.
I was honestly considering saying that, but then I realized, like, I don't know how the hell you would try harder. Like, what does that even mean?
Drugs.
I use drugs to help me sleep.
One
Only
drug,
for,
please.
Well, I'll wait for her to finish talking.
Let's make this quick. Mantis
I kinda...
Alright, Megabob says, I saw a fast travel spot that should be high enough to use a bridge to reach the quest marker.
Hannah decided she wants to be on the stream as well.
Yeah, there's no fast travel spot that'll work. We need to go around here to get to here.
Okay.
At least I think that's how it works. If it's not, then, well, we're trying.
Yeah.
Shiver pillar. That's adorable.
And,
The
No,
fuck?
you're gonna yell at me.
good girl.
There we go.
Good girl. And not a good girl. Gremlin.
Linkara Megabob said the fast travel spot directly south of it.
That doesn't make it better. You get how that's worse? Like, in college, I would pull all-nighters and, like...
So here I could go to the Gorgon ruins and then travel to the bridge. Okay, well, I'll try that if I don't succeed here.
Mm-hmm.
And J Manor Production says, I wonder if Dr. Pepper Mint is a thing.
Possibly.
So, mint sadness? That's
Well,
even more sadness.
And Linkara Megabob is confirming, yes, that's the one.
Okay.
Looks to be someone was doing some research down
Like,
here.
they do all... I wonder the new Dr. Pepper Blackberry?
Virgil making progress in the grav plating for the package, though not nearly as fast as you'd like. Given the spin rate of Gorgon, the anomaly I've been observing is only present in the sky 3 hours every 24. Doesn't help that I have to readjust my telescope every couple of minutes to keep tabs on the slippery bastard. Come by my workstation outside the manufactory dome when you've got a minute. The data this thing is throwing off is strange as all get out. Be ashamed to compromise the package with a misplaced zero, right? By the way, I checked on Eustace. The fumes aren't doing him any favors. We ought to get him out of there as soon as we can. How's your sister coming with my schedule? By the marvelous mustache of Excelsior, Maurice. You gotta tell Birdie to stop bringing me food. If I have to eat another damned can of salt tuna fillets, I'm gonna hurt. The exhilarating Adventures of Archibald Excelsior, Ace Exterminator, and the Attack of the Crystal Canids, issue number 204. A comic from the cult classic Ace Exterminator series. Oh man, I gotta start a retrospective on that. Tragically canceled after its brief 4-issue run. Scribbled and felt tip on the comic spine is the word friend. After his run-in with the Dancing Queen, proven hero Archibald Excelsior is mending his broken heart in the glitzy city of Fairview when a horde of vicious crystal canids escapes from the laboratory of an evil, unemployed scientist. As the canids turn the city to ash with their plasma beam eyes, Excelsior descends into the depths of the lab to put down the leader of the pack, King Alpha. The king connives to sabotage Excelsior's trusty PET, and our hero is forced to fight with the only weapon in reach, the skull of King Alpha's own mother, Empress Crystalline Alpha. Will our mustachioed hero escape the king's jaws and heal his wounded heart? Are we sure this isn't based on us?
It sounds like it might be.
This isn't a comic book. This is a biography. This is a biography. King Alpha. Oh my God, Alpha 5 ranked up and became King Alpha.
Yeah, tossball card, sweet.
Ooh. Wait a minute. Oh my God, tossball card. We're literally collecting Mr. T cards.
There's no Mr.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you're collecting cards of the actual toss ball, and it's just not interesting.
Nordronic, I couldn't help but ask, would you get into trouble with Nintendo for selling Pokemon merchandise, or am I mistaken about it? Basically, it's going to be treated the same way as like any kind of fan art sale kind of a thing. Like I couldn't have the description of the item be Pokemon. That's why I labeled it as Pocket Monsters. So like the worst case that'll happen is I'll get a cease and desist. And if that happens, then I can't sell them online. But I did search on Store Envy, and other people were selling Pokemon stuff.
I mean, I know a streamer that like is doing the same thing. Like, she does what's that word I'm looking for? She does art, and then like makes them like cute little stickers and stuff like that, and is able to do so that way. So yeah.
By the way, Linkara,
it's also in such small enough quantities that it's probably not going to be a major deal. And that's not to say it couldn't happen. I'm just not too terribly worried about it because, like I said, the worst that'll happen is they'll say, "Hey, knock that off."
Also, Megabob points out he's conflicted a bit on this because the comic is part of a side quest, but it requires going to various spots on this terribly designed map.
Oh, fun.
Well, I'm not going to worry about that. It'll be a fun mission to do maybe someday in the future, but for now, yeah. Gotcha. I was a little worried because, man, Nintendo can go overkill with ceases and desists. Indeed. But like I said, if a cease and desist is basically just is just a legal thing saying, "Hey, knock this off or we'll sue you."
And Mega Timmy Tommy says, we all heard they're making a sequel series to Buffy, with Sarah Michelle Gellar coming back. Yeah, like, multiple articles have said it's a reboot, but it says she's playing older Buffy, so, like...
They seem to have this problem with a lot of with terminology that, like, people call it a reboot if it's just like a revival of an old show. They don't seem to want to call it like a continuation. They don't want to call it season 1. They don't want to call it season 8. They'll call it like season 1 of New Buffy. Same way Doctor Who is technically a reboot, even though it is just a continuation of the old show.
Yeah, well, I call that sort of thing a revival, not a reboot.
Minnesotan man was arrested this morning for selling bootleg Dunsparces. More at 11.
I wouldn't mind seeing the like the newscasters like just stumble over Pokemon names. Like, what is this? Like a Dunsparce?
Are you gonna do your own pocket monsters, like a regional version of Bulbasaur? Man, that'd be fun. Doing variations and stuff like that. But for now, I'm sticking mostly to actual things. And when I was given advice by a friend for making the stuff for Artist Alleys, they said it's best to stick with the original 151 to start with. So that's why the majority of them are Kanto, but I started, like, I'm feeling bored with the options here. I'm going to do a Mimikyu, I'm going to do a Marill, etc. I'm going to go back to the thing real quick and go to the vending machine so I can, like, sell a bunch of stuff.
Wow, Marill from Super Smash Brothers, so impressive.
Oh my god. Peekaboo, how about that?
Yeah, yes.
Peekaboo.
That was, like, a legit twist when, like, Marill turned out to exist, and we're like, is that Peekaboo?
Oh, we knew it existed because, of course, we knew a new game was coming out. But the thing is, it looked close enough like Pikachu, and we knew about the and we knew about that one glitch in the not glitch, a translation error in the original in Red and Blue, which said that Raichu evolved.
Okay.
So everyone thought everyone thought, oh, that must be Peekaboo. It's like a water Pikachu.
Not to mention, Ops released a series of cards in conjunction with the first Pokemon movie, where they actually called it Peekaboo.
I want to see that card.
And I just lost it. Mega Timmy Tommy says, I'm still jazzed about the time they showed a clip of Mewtwo Strikes Back on The Daily Show. The only clip I remember from Mewtwo Strikes Back was, like, frying pan, drying pan. Like, was it that clip?
No, Like it was like him actually quoting like, clearly I know the difference. The only thing that matters now is the is not on how you were born, but how you are is alive. Whatever the line was from Pokemon the first movie, and then quoted saying like, and of course that wisdom was spoken by this cloned cat Pokemon.
Okay, so that was the first movie, not Strikes Back.
Yeah. Well, Mewtwo Strikes Back is the first movie.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was just called Pokemon the first movie, and that was it. I thought Mewtwo wasn't Mewtwo Strikes Back like a made-for-TV follow-up or something.
No, that's Mewtwo Returns.
Oh, excuse me. Okay.
Yeah, Mewtwo. Yeah, the original movie is called in Japanese Mewtwo Strikes Back. In English, was called Pokemon the First Movie. Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Gotcha.
It's the movie with too many titles.
No kidding.
All right, so I just sold like 50 of that.
2000.
The exact quote is, I see now the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. It's what you do with the gift of life that matters.
That's the one.
The exact quote is, I've turned this frying pan into a drying pan. By the way, Linkara, Megabob says, check every sub-menu when selling stuff, because things like mods can add a surprising amount of weight if you're carrying a lot of them. I'm
just carrying the mods themselves. I don't actually, I haven't actually, applied them to anything.
Okay. Also, Corey2000 says, no Minnesota region Pokemon. No, but Pokemon has directly called out Minnesota before, which is kind of amusing.
I love that Pokemon the first movie they mentioned it. We in the theaters, everyone got a good laugh out of that.
Yeah, Vikings, they don't exist except for in Minnesota.
Are Vikings still around? They mostly live in Minnesota.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, out of left field.
What an amazing
Definitely in the original Japanese script.
Wait, was that a dubism or was that? From
I'm pretty sure that was a dubism.
It must be a dubism. Like, why the hell would Japan make that kind of reference? I wouldn't know.
I gotta admit.
That was a dubism.
We gotta hang on to this one. We'll store all the toss ball sticks.
One of the best dubisms, actually.
We gotta have toss ball.
Of course. The flamethrower we're going to keep around. Shrink ray, mandibular rearranger. The mind control ray could be helpful. Employee benefits, I still don't know what the heck this actually does, so let's put that there. The gloop gun might be useful, but I think we'll just store that there. The Nova Burst, we'll store that here. Apparently we need to hang on to this for some reason.
For some reason.
The Deadite Assault Rifle, we'll get rid of that. We'll store our various hats and the helmets.
And yeah, Mega Timmy Tommy says, Minnesota exists in the Pokemon universe. No debates. Yeah, it's kind of like how in JoJo, everybody's named after a musician or a band, but Weird Al himself, he exists. They call him out directly. Same with Bo Derek. Those people are real in JoJo.
Weird, isn't it?
That's so bizarre. But Corey, is the Linkara a Viking?
Linkara, will you offer jelly donuts in your store? Maybe.
Yeah,
I should do that. I should
I
just like do a keychain of a rice ball and just like label it in the store as a donut.
That's not bad. And then it'd be like, oh, you're making a Dragon Ball reference, clearly. Well, no, Dragon Ball changed it to something else, didn't it? Like an apple or something.
Discrepancy amplifiers for that planet with the brain slugs. If you don't plan on ever going back there, it's safe to get rid of. Mega Timmy Tommy, Minnesota exists in Pokemon Universe no base. Oh, you already got that one.
Yeah, you got that one.
That's the greatest thing I've ever seen in any anime. Is in Beyblade.
Oh god, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Your Moses parts the Red Sea with a Beyblade.
God damn it, that's so stupid.
Well, there is also Prince of Tennis. I don't remember if it was an episode or a movie where he just, like, causes... I mean, like, it's symbolic, but, like, he just causes the entire Big Bang. Or not the Big Bang, the asteroid that kills the dinosaurs, like, with a serve.
Also, Christianity is confirmed to be canon in Pokemon. Not necessarily the existence of Jesus or God, but Christianity, the religion, exists because Misty whips out a cross against Ghastly in the Ghost of Maiden Peak.
Oh, yeah.
There's also like a Brock quoting about like Moses sending out a bird to find an olive branch.
That's right, yeah. So the Bible is canon. Like the Bible exists. I should rephrase because it might imply that like it's an actual like like the mythology is true. The Bible exists.
Yeah, speak of the devil, by the way.
Also, hi Jesus.
Hello.
Oh, hey Jesus. We're just talking about how Christianity is canon in Pokemon.
And how Moses parted the Red Sea with a Beyblade.
Well, Christianity and Judaism, so there you go.
Okay, you know what? I didn't know about the Christianity and Pokemon one, but I at least knew about the Beyblade one.
Yeah, I'm well.
Yeah, there's one of those like censored images you can see where Misty tries to like ward off a Ghastly or a Haunter or whatever with like a cross on a necklace.
Yep.
And then Ghastly responds, "I'm not a vampire."
That's amazing.
So Ghastly actually spoke? I thought they could only just say their name.
It was a season 1 episode. One of the few times we've had a Pokemon that can speak beyond just its name. It was the first time they ran into ghost Pokemon as well.
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
Ghost of Maiden's Peak, for what it was at the time. Obviously, you look at it nowadays, it's nothing special. But as a kid, it was really good.
Yeah. Plus, that episode gave us the concept of Pokemon fusion.
Yes, because the Ghastly cast illusions. It also confirmed that mongooses are confirmed as real in Pokemon.
And they can only say one word, mongoose.
Because the Ghastly scares off Ekans by creating a mongoose.
That says mongoose.
I thought it said dinner time.
It depends on whether you're watching the Japanese or English version.
Huh.
Pokemon's weird.
In Japanese, it literally only says mongoose.
I did not know that.
So wait, if he transforms into a mongoose to scare the Ekin, does the Ekin scare the mongoose?
Well, I've played King's Quest 5, so my answer is no. When Mordak turns into a snake, Graham turns into a mongoose and just thoroughly kicks his ass, so Mordak has to turn into something else.
J Manor Productions, was there a moment that you thought to yourself, I don't have the heart to tell that joke? Sometimes, occasionally, I take the attitude of just like this joke might be a little too, maybe a little too extreme, might be a little too much. Doesn't happen often because me, I tend to do dad jokes. Medical. Let's inspiration.
I've definitely
Like,
made
hacking
jokes that
definitely
like
needs.
I didn't feel landed like in Let's Plays, and like in the editing process, I'm like, I'm just gonna not even bother with that. That was just like pathetic.
Right, perks.
Sorry.
We have any when you're not slow, you're just fast. Okay, so we can increase our sprint speed. Tactical time dilation. I haven't used the time dilation meter in forever. Movement penalty. Chance to reset a companion ability cooldown. Chance to reset a companion ability cooldown. 30% damage while under 25% health. Revive companion, 35% health. Area of effect. Improvised weapon damage. Increase damage. I think I'm just going to go with the increased movement speed in general.
Mega Timmy Tommy's asking if we got his last super chat. If it's other than the one about what was it, like Vikings? What was it, Minnesota being canon? If you made one after that, then I didn't see it. Just my chat locked up, so I had to refresh it. So I can't see anything before.
The one I'm
the
seeing is
forecast out of Arceus is God and Hoobius Jesus.
the one I've got is regular animals that exist in Pokemon. Is what make it, at least the one I'm seeing.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
a
Yeah,
super-
regular animals definitely exist in Pokemon also because we've seen fish that were not
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, regular animals that aren't Pokemon existed in Pokemon because we saw fish. But after after they did the Diamond and Pearl anime, they stopped having any instances of any real world animals.
Yeah, because they suddenly had enough Pokemon they could fill up the area with. Vending machine.
I mean, when you're gonna have like more Pokemon added, what's the point of having regular animals?
At that point, yeah.
It also makes it weird because then you're definitely setting a distinct line between like intelligent things that can talk that you're capturing versus regular animals that you're not capturing.
The thing about this franchise that's always been that they've tried to emphasize is that Pokemon will only join you if they want to. Because the Pokeball, they can leave the Pokeball at any time.
Yeah, which they frequently do in the anime, and they mention the Pokeball is like comfortable to stay in, but that still doesn't change the fact that you like beat their ass and capture them.
That's because they want to be because they want to prove that. That's because they want the trainer to prove they're actually worth coming with them.
I would say like
because Pokemon. Let me finish. Because the thing is, Pokemon want to go with trainers because they understand it's much easier to get stronger, to grow up and stuff like that if we actually have a human partner. They can do it on their own, but it's much better and works faster if they actually work alongside a human. But you have to prove to them that you're actually worth their time.
Yeah, but I was going to mention the true golden boy of the Pokemon series is James of Team Rocket, because he just walks up to Pokemon and he's like, "Do you want to join me?" And they're like, "Yes." And
yeah, because James earns their respect.
James has that chill, cool guy aura about him.
Yes.
If James, okay, here's the thing. All three members of Team Rocket, if they tried to be anything other than criminals, they succeed.
Yep.
Yeah, they're pretty good at like most things they do. I mean, it's like the classic like cartoon villain, like Robotnik kind of thing. Like, look at the shit that he can whip up in no time at all. Like, if he were dedicating it to anything other than beating Sonic, he would be like the most popular guy. It's like that one comic panel with Sauron. Like, you could be curing cancer. Like, I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And believe it or not,
sorry, I'm paying attention to the thing.
People and tested them until they broke. Walk softly, Captain. Some of them still live here, and they hate to be disturbed.
Oh dear.
We made it through, Chem, okay? We can make it through this. Right?
After the nightmare that was the chem lab, I think we're about ready for anything.
Negativity Tommy, I know. I'll just use my trusty frying pan as a concussion.
I like that one actually.
That was good.
Hey, look, a savage test subject. Hey, can you help us test out this weapon, see if it kills you?
No, you were supposed to talk to them. Oh God, what are you doing?
Seemed a little slow. Let's try again.
Also, oddly enough, a lot of people don't know this, but in the manga, Jesse and James leave Team Rocket and get married and have a kid.
We confirm
Yeah,
what that's from, because like I feel like that was like a fan thing that got overblown.
No,
Wasn't
that's from Electric Tale of Pikachu.
Okay, I was about to say.
Okay, well that makes a lot more sense considering Electric Tail of Pikachu is weird.
Yep.
All I'll say is that the truth is that Jesse got together with Ash's mom. It is beautiful.
I actually agree with that. I like this fan theory.
That's a wonderful fan comic.
It is so great. Oh.
I do also like that little mashup they did between. I mean, I forgot the 3 songs, but one of them was the Reese's Puffs song "Meow."
Okay, let's see what we got here. From Blakeslee to all personnel, in order to minimize damage to company property and or personnel, please observe the following guidelines during the volunteer induction process. Do not touch and or handle test subjects. Please defer to security personnel. Avoid using inflammatory phrases or terms such as untested chemicals. Consider patented Spacer's Choice formula. Test subject, consider valued volunteer. Cells, consider living quarters. Reminder that compliance is one of the requirements of their contract with Spacer's Choice. Do not interrupt official Spacer's Choice communications and or marketing while directing volunteers. Architect's balls, is that all the guidelines? Look, these people are coming here from Tartarus. Don't let your guard down, don't get friendly, and don't get close. If everyone does their job right, these volunteers will leave this facility as free and upstanding citizens. Okay, so if I had to guess from that remark, these were former prisoners who they were experimenting on to try to do behavioral modification.
Ooh, that's...
Capitalism.
Among other testing.
Upcoming changes. In light of certain developments, our friends at OCI have generously provided us with advice and guidelines to ensure the best possible outcomes for our research here at Human Inquiry and Auditing. To that end, we will be establishing new testing parameters and volunteer preparation guidelines, effective immediately. These guidelines will be provided to you at your stations. I really would like to congratulate you all on what you've achieved so far. Keep your heads down and your mind focused on the work, and the rest will come easy. If you have any concerns, kindly forward them to my assistant, Benjamin Morley. Mega Timmy Tommy, your message got retracted. I was literally about to bring up those fan comics. Jessie is Ash's stepmom. Awkward. Sidekick Nick 4. Other than Jean-Luc Pikachu, which other Trek names would tie good nicknames for Pokemon? There was a Riker. There was like Riker-Chu. Will Riker-Chu.
I don't know. I kind of like Articuno as number 1.
How about Articuhura?
Articuhura is a good one.
That's a tough one.
Wharf Perfect.
Wow, that is good. That ain't bad.
Alright, can we messages?
Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, I
Or
just thought of it.
Chekhov.
Hold on, I just thought of one. I don't know if this will work or not, but like Treco instead of Trico.
Dunspock.
Yeah, Dunspock, but yeah, Torchekhov.
Torchekhov, that's good. Every volunteer means that, Miss Sonoda. We're anticipating a vital phase of the testing process, and that means every volunteer participates in the trials. It's all the more critical that we maintain careful records of the dosages involved, of course. We're counting on you for that. Unknown Q.
You know what?
Wait. I have one. Tortake.
Oh, okay.
Two Weavers up to help. Weaver, have you seen my office key card? It's the one of your little tests. It's not funny. Security's already at full burn. They already lose their balls when they catch me taking a long way around the facility. Somebody's sitting on a desk somewhere. Okay, we should look at a desk on desks to see if we can find that person's key card.
Also, oh my
I'm
god.
afraid I'm going to have to get going at this point, but thank you for having me on. I'm starting to upload Enchanted Arms. It'll be available for the public in a few days, but otherwise, have a lovely night, everybody.
All right, have a good night, Lotus.
Catch you.
But I'm like, oh, I'm just not realizing. Oh my god, if you're ever gonna do another Nuzlocke in the future, is the new rule gonna be like you have to like Star Trek the Pokemon names or something like that?
That'd be rough, but it's not impossible.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna suck at it because I don't know thing one about Star Trek.
You should fix that.
Nah, I think I'm good.
We should host like a Star Trek viewing night.
We should have a Star Trek-a-thon. I start trekking across the universe.
Going
Like we were talking in the Discord earlier about how we need to bring back movie nights. Maybe we should have like some marathons where everyone's watching Star Trek together.
I thought these folks were supposed to be.
That sounds like that could be fun.
Why do they got them bunking like prisoners?
They're the drugs, too. Keep them nice and cooperative.
Because they probably were prisoners, Ers Parvati. If I had to guess, anyway. Probably prisoners who volunteered. And it's entirely possible the experiments could have also like made them even more violent or etc.
It's always fun.
Genghis Khan!
Oh my god. I mean, like, if you were going to go for Pokemon naming conventions, you probably don't even have to just do it by characters. You could also do it for, like planets, star systems. I don't know.
What I can also do, just in case I... whoop.
This office environment is where we will test your communication, paper management, sharing, and self-motivation skills.
Oh boy.
This is your time to shine. Finish sprinting, you may just find yourselves doing similar work in a real office someday. Remember, compliance with inspector compliance with all instructions from facility personnel is stipulated in the contracts.
Trying to get closer to the speaker so everyone can hear it better. Unfortunately failing. So anyway, one of the other things I want to do with the keychains eventually is also start doing like beta Pokemon.
Like, yes, the beta Pokemon are great. It's the beta base that brings them to Gen 2.
Not just Gen 2. There's actually been leaks of other generation betas as well.
I know I've been going through all the different beta Pokemon. I'm only at the Gen 3 stuff so far.
So yeah, my point is like I should be fine putting making keychains of those and making those available if I can't get away with regular Pokemon.
Here you go.
It's just it'll take longer because I worked on these I made these keychains over the course of like a couple of weeks, so it'll take me time to make them again. Plus, I had lots of reference photos to go from for actual Pokemon and choosing what I was going to base it off of versus beta, which I just doesn't necessarily have proper colors, doesn't necessarily have a lot of art to go with to see what they actually look like for a lot of things. It's not impossible, and like I said, I certainly want to do them, but it's much harder to do it for them. Desk around here. So training them to do office work. God.
Imagine doing office work.
Boba milk tea. Jay Manor actually did a boba tea fan art thing called Bubba Tea. I don't know if they posted it to their Blue Sky or anything like that, but they should if they haven't.
It is a great image.
Bulba butt butter.
Mere working environment.
As in any work environment, inattentiveness can have disastrous consequences. Any accidents will negatively impact your chances of completing what you
Oh dear. This whole place is a tragedy.
Yep.
Incoming!
There we go. I've not uploaded yet because I feel it needs shading to look complete, but I'm too late to add the shading. It's all good. I think it looks good even without the shading, but what do I know?
Yeah, but Bubba still won't get in the ball.
It is the ball.
At least it's not like Nebby that won't get in the bag.
Get in the bag, Debbie!
All you gotta do is just open this bag.
Nebby needs to stay in the bag.
No.
Debbie, get in the bag!
No.
Get in the bag.
No.
Let's see. Doesn't matter if it's an evil lab doing evil science experiments or not, we still gotta loot.
Yep.
It's our prime directive. Everything
Looting.
must be looted.
Loot, then shoot, then root.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the evil people can't do evil if you take the evil away from them. That's where we're looting.
Stupid question. Do online games have one mission with multiple side quests or more than one? Depends on the game.
Yeah.
Oh, good. They were training for combat, too.
What the fart?
Well, I mean, that's just normal when you're working an office job. Everyone knows you have to know how to fight if you're going to work an office job. Else you can get promotion.
I mean, that's how we moved those in the Thunderdome.
Yeah. You need to be able to defeat your coworkers in a ring to the death in order to get your promotion. That's basic office politics.
God, wait a minute. There's office work and then there's war. Oh my god, is this in reference to like the Meaning of Life movie?
Might be. You okay, poor body?
I love a good fight.
They're just having a little nap.
Oop.
One of these days I want to play a game where every single time you get one of those things, I click yes.
Oh, dear God.
Just to see how screwed up my character is by the end. Like, how many neuroses my character will have.
Just how many weaknesses. It's like hard mode.
Yes.
Ah, you mean the Cowardly Dog run.
Yes!
This gun is called Agony.
Sometimes, okay. While I say I'm not a masochist in video games, there are some times where I am a masochist in video games.
Guys.
Oh dear.
It's
Yes.
a better shot cannon.
Oh god,
Ooh,
yes.
nice.
Still got the flamethrower, plasma carbine. Yeah, it's been fun, but it's time for a better shotgun.
I got a better shotgun.
Shotgun.
Oh, shotgun, okay.
What is
To
that?
be fair,
Okay,
that
there's
is
a
a
handle on
shotgun
there.
that's also a shotgun.
You're both fired.
Well, at least they're not going to get married at a shotgun wedding.
It's a nice day for a white wedding.
You are, Jesus, you are lucky that you're the son of God, because because it's difficult to let you get away with this stuff.
I'm sorry, I'll try to read it back.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Keep making puns. We love the puns around here.
Yes.
Oh, I know you guys do. I'm just doing the little sarcastic, I'll be good kind of thing. Like,
it's hard to tell sometimes with these things. Anyway, okay, so terminal. Let's read. Anyway, observation logs. Oh boy. Compliance data says it. Data entry, physical exertion mild, physical exertion strenuous, social exclusion, sanctioned violence. Oof.
Give sanctions more time.
Alright. Phase 1 testing notes. Subject SC1A through K were given forms and writing elements instructed to fill them out to corporate standards. Upon completion, forms were placed into an employer section. Shredding device by technician. Test was then repeated. Didn't even check to see how well they did. Kendall objects to further testing after completion of second forms. Volunteer SC1G after 5th. Volunteer SC1B after 10th. No further objections from remaining volunteers. Hobbs was going to be functionally illiterate and tagged from early advancement to the second phase of compliance testing. Objection from volunteer SC1D. So it was just a test and see how they would react to BS. Subjects 5C through 5A through K were given visual demonstrations of multiple physical exercises. Note, thank you, testing assistant layman. Then instructed to replicate them in accordance with verbal instructions. Subject 5C to 5H complained of physical exhaustion after 5 minutes, missing numerous verbal cues. 5C to 5A, 5E, and 5K failed out at around 15-minute mark. Test was terminated after 30 minutes. The technician became too hoarse to provide instructions. Mid-stay. Subject to follow closed circuit around the perimeter of the testing chamber for the duration of the test. At random visuals, technicians provide vocal cue to reverse course. All right. 6 responded to vocal cues. 63D became aggressive and was removed. 63B collapsed 30 minutes into the experiment and was removed. Remaining subjects prohibited compliance with all vocal cues for remainder of experiment. Technical addendum, observation compliant due to equipment failure. Technician MBS was found incapable of continued operation due to incessant weeping and was withdrawn / flagged for disciplinary measure. Jesus.
Oh, God.
Unchecked capitalism.
Now, subjects are isolated and instructed to select one member of their experiment group for immediate removal from the volunteer program. Subject 63F, 63B for duration testing solution, 63C deliberates for 5 minutes 36 seconds before volunteering. Subject 63E. Subject 63D is unable to recall the names and identification numbers of her fellows, but has volunteered each of them in turn, citing immediate need for additional compound X injections. 63 involved subject 63F. 63F refused to comply with instructions for duration of testing session. 63G exhibits extreme confusion, extreme emotional distress, demands morning injection. Technician's addendum. Time as a previous notice 1400 hours. Subject exhibits extreme injection. Subject terminated.
Wait. Subject terminated?
They might have killed them.
Oh, yeah. Fun.
Subject started to fire at Strata target. 1 industry standard fashion modeling assisted device. Mannequin. Subject is not informed of nature of target. Subject fired at target. Auditory reward initiated. Target reset. Subject fired at observation window. Automated security enabled. Subject fired at subject other. Automated security enabled. Subject fired at subject other. Fired at target. Auditory reward initiated. Subject refuses to fire. Subject refuses to fire. Subject refuses to fire. Technician addendum. Subject unresponsive. Test reset. Incoming messages. In light of certain incidents, I'd like to remind you all that it is paramount that we all follow Space Justice guidelines regarding safety and security. Yes, you will suffer professional and financial consequences if you are found to be responsible for damaging company property. But here at HIA, inattentiveness and recklessness also endanger highly limited company resources and threaten our overall production schedule. Think about what we are all here to achieve. Then to consider whether you want to be the one that lets us all down. Lucky any and all injuries suffered by the volunteers this past week have been minor. All testing will proceed as scheduled. A reminder that all personnel advised to report to the infirmary if they experience any systems listed on the notice LeBlanc provided earlier this month. It is strongly suggested that you use your allotted break to do this, as any loss of productivity will be reflected in your paycheck and or indenturement agreement. Megatimi Tommy, what else from our world do you think exists in the Pokemon universe? Hamilton, Sesame Street, air fryers? Air fryers, I can imagine.
I'm gonna do the slap shop.
I do happen to know that there was a spin-off game that literally takes place in, like, ancient Japan, Japanese world.
Yes. That's Pokemon Conquest.
Yes, that's the one.
You and Andre talk about Tossball sometimes, right? Have you noticed anything different about him lately? I'm pretty sure he's been at this desk all night. I was going to congratulate him on his newfound productivity. I took a look at his reports just now, and some of them have very basic formatting errors. Not like him at all. Maybe you could ask him about it. If something's wrong with his terminal, he should probably get it taken care of sooner rather than later.
Also, there's Detective Pikachu, which takes place in kind of a modernish, normal city.
Yeah. If we're going to meet OCI's figures this month, we'll need to double all our testing capacity over the next few weeks. To that end, I need everyone in observation to work with disposal to have the preparation time between tests. Have the volunteers exit at a jog if you have to. Just try not to let them see the bodies. Jesus.
And somebody says this device makes chopping vegetables easier, so I'm going to assume that's a slap chop. So I'm going to assume that the slap chop exists in the Pokemon universe.
Oh my god. Look, Embry lost his head because he couldn't keep up with the work. He was never going to amount to anything, and we all knew it. The surprise that he lasted this long. I don't know why my reports are any of that of your business to begin with, but I know how to use a damn computer. I bet Weaver put you up to this. I've been working twice as hard as anyone else in this office for half a month, and now she thinks I'm going to outpace her. Maybe it's simpler than that. These emails used to just be a nuisance. Now I'm starting to think maybe your loyalties to some other corporation. Criminy. Messages. Outgoing messages. The boss. Dr. Blakeslee started to come down here pretty often, usually for the morning shift. She hasn't said anything, just watched us through the test for a while, and then gets up and walks out. We were trying to give her a report, I think, but Blakeslee just gave her a look, and that was the end of it. If you think we're doing something wrong, you tell me if you knew anything, right? I'd split my lunch with you again. Oh, and hey, great game last night, huh? Mantisaurus. Yeah, we're going back to mannequins for Phase 5. None of the test subjects felt too torn about shooting killer bugs from Monarch, I guess. Should make things easier for you over in disposal, right? Best part is that none of the cages don't close properly last night, and a couple of little mantibles got loose. Who knows where they are by now? Marley had an absolute fit. I don't think he likes bugs. Mega Timmy Tommy, question: do anti-Pokemon exist? Yes, there is Durant and Trapinch. Whoop.
Trapinch.
Oh, there's a thing. Sorry.
As in any work environment, inattentiveness can have disastrous consequences. Any accidents will negatively impact your chances of completing volunteer program.
All right, go ahead.
Trapinch isn't an ant. Trapinch is an ant lion, which is similar, but not. They're actually closer related to dragonflies.
I mean, that makes sense, but look at the thing. It looks like, it looks like an ant.
Well, yeah, but that's what ant lions look like in their larval stage.
Yeah, definitely Durant at the very least.
How many subjects
Durant is
have you
100% an
decided
ant.
to build a dedicated autopsy room?
Durant.
I mean, there's actually an anteater that got it shown around the same time as that one, so...
Yep.
Yeah.
Heatmore. How many did they do this to? This company is not OSHA compliant. Where is the Better Business Bureau? It's funny that you think that exists in this hyper-capitalist world.
I can't take this.
But why? Why? Who does this? What kind of monsters ran this place?
Capitalists.
This is pretty...
CEOs.
I mean, it feels like this is just everywhere, guys. Like, none of these places we've been to seem to value human life at all. And we already were here.
Yeah, but when people get complacent, they also don't realize the problems with everything going around.
All right. I don't want to play anymore. Let's just do our jobs, okay?
Durant.
This week's bet. All right, my 10 bets are on 52F. I don't know what you're thinking. He's so skinny, it's got to be bad odds. There were gambling on them, too. Criminy. I'm not talking about the subject thing. I'm talking about the numbers. I've been keeping track of how many bodies we process every day and every week, and the number fluctuates, but never too much. 1 and 3 and 2 and 5 and 1 and 2 and then 10. Just look at the chart I left on your desk. You can see yourself that there's a pattern. You see it, right? Go through there in a minute. What's up top here? Nothing I can access. All right, reaching the administrative level. Maybe we'll get some definitive answers about everything they were doing here. And maybe meet our mysterious benefactor. Well, benefactor is the wrong word. Our mysterious messenger.
I was muted this entire time. No joke. I muted myself because I sneezed and I forgot to unmute myself.
Oh, whoops.
I've done that before.
All right, terminal.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, there's a lot here. Okay.
I did that on one of my own streams once where I muted myself for like a half an hour because I had a sneezing fit and I did not realize I didn't unmute.
Alright, this is about a few volunteers, Marley. Most of the test group SC-222A is already gone. Subject 17 is non-verbal. We've had some luck using small amounts of the compound to coax him into the testing rooms. To be honest, some of the stuff we are starting to worry me too. It's not just that ghoul and disposal either. Weaver's convinced that the compound's getting into the ventilation system somehow. I've caught her scrubbing her hands raw at the washing stations. I've tried reciting our safety protocol to her, but it doesn't seem to help. Certain things she might not be wrong. So it looks like whatever they were doing to try to screw with people, to screw with these people, to fix them or whatever, or condition them, got out into the lab itself.
Joy.
Morley, pick out 2 of the deceased test subjects and whip up condolence letters. Something saccharine and noble. Feel free to invent next of kin if there aren't on record. Use the cheap paper. Leave letters on my desk. I'll dispose of them shortly. What the... Outgoing message. Termination notice. The notice to inform all HIA staff that testing associate Angus Ruane is no longer a Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals employee, effective immediately. As valued members of the Spacer's Choice family, I trust that you will all pull together to shoulder Mr. Ruane's responsibilities in this place.
Ghoul, Marte works here?
Oh my god. Missing test subject has been found and apprehended. Apparently got into the testing department where he remained. I'm afraid nobody noticed for several hours. Hennessy had him doing paperwork. I think it's clear at this point the subject SC-44B12 didn't get out on his own. As far as we can tell, he didn't have much of an escape plan. The door was simply unlocked for a short period of time during the night. In the meantime, made it clear to the security forces that no further breaches will be tolerated. From Brian, I just found yesterday that someone actually took 90s dudes seriously back in the day when he wanted to make Breakfast at Tiffany's into hardcore rock song. Look up Seven Rings rock version. I'll look that up later. Archive messages. Subject delete this. Morley, how do I delete this message? Latest results are in. As you hoped, you'll find out the violent cases now account for a smaller overall percentage in the testing pool. I expect this will change in about 2 or 3 weeks, so you better get that report out to Goodfellow in a hurry. In the meantime, closing all of the test subjects means that HIA is now in the business of generating aggressive psychotics. So you can take 2 minutes out of your fundamentally pointless existence to somehow make it clear to Mr. Goodfellow that I need an update on these resources I requested, as well as the many matter of additional security, increased oversight at chem, or any kind of explanation for what the hell. Criminy.
I know, right? What the fart?
The messages. Okay, let's hack. Read me. Morley, if you see any communication from Dr. Ambrose, ignore them. Also notify him at once, and don't piss yourself worrying it won't come up in your assessments. No word from OCI. We'll keep going as we are. Say something to the staff. Break out that list of prepared statements I gave you. I suggest number 4. Remember to smile. I'm heading down to oversee today's testing personally. Make sure I'm not disturbed. What the hell happened here?
Death and destruction and rage of the beast.
Something went terribly
just a
wrong.
regular Tuesday for these guys.
What was that?
Just a regular Tuesday for these guys.
Also, no, there's no way. Go ahead.
I'm not surprised by people making Breakfast at Tiffany's into hardcore, because I used to be part of a metal band that took songs from musicals and made them metal.
I'm going to presume this is going to turn on relatively soon here. Get a message. But this should have the journal we've been looking for this whole time, I think. Terminal. Visitation protocols. Human Auditing and Inquiry Facility is a dedicated facility and houses a considerable quantity of hazardous materials, machinery, and personnel. As such, no external visitors will be permitted at any time, absent express written permission. If you suspect a visitor does not present, please observe the following procedure. Stay calm, notify nearby security personnel of your suspicions, wait for security personnel and all our equipment to finish disposing of the visitor, complete an incident report per official guidelines, remember to use Spacer's Choice proof formatting and language. At no point should you leave your workstation unattended. Leaving your workstation unattended will be considered a severe security breach and may result in a fine and/or summary termination of your employment. I was going to skip this, but there's a thing at the bottom. Right, that's the official crap. If we do get visitors, inform me at once. If they're from either departments, if it's Dr. Ambrose, don't get in her way, but log her every move. If it's Clarence Mosley, keep him at reception. I'll come down in person to see this law-given miracle for myself. If Jasper Lowe or anyone else from Chem turns up, let them stew at reception. I'll send Assistant Morley down eventually. What is Blakeslee doing here?
Morally reprehensible things.
HIA is on lockdown until further notice. Do not let anyone in the facility until the escaped volunteers are located. I'm going to check volunteer induction for any sign of our fugitives. If you receive any keycard access notification in the next 20 minutes, ignore them. Well, we know they eventually became the Marauders. So some did escape and just were, like, uber violent. That's sealed. Override authorization. So, back the way we came. Okay, we can't get through that way. I'm supervisor. Here we go.
Bear it any longer.
Oh, I hope so. I can finally put a bullet in this asshole once and for all.
Called me a weasel.
Hey, what the heck?
Oh, recording.
It's off, right? I don't understand these contraptions.
Dr. Blakeslee, ma'am, I've come to say that it's time. I'm gonna do it.
Do what?
I'm gonna try for one of the shuttles.
You little shit. You've lost your mind.
If I can just make it to the landing pad, I'll be free.
Be reasonable, Morley. The project is almost over. We'll be out of here by October.
Ma'am, it's January. You're recording, by the way.
Damn it!
Thank you, Timmy Tommy. What happened here? Capitalism happened here. Has no one been paying attention?
Yeah, this is what capitalism does.
Our first test group should be here in just a few hours. It's supposed to be catching up on sleep, but it's far more important to mark the occasion. I really think we can achieve something here. Every citizen of Halcyon wants to be of use deep down. If this compound can restore industry and work ethic even to outlaws and miscreants, we don't need places like Tartarus anymore. Dissidence will be a thing of the past. Chem sent over its first shipment of this mystery drug, and the testing chambers are operational. Once we've proven our methods, it will be that much easier to convince OCI to invest in better equipment. So this is what we're here for. We'll try to get access to that safe after we, take everything that's not nailed down.
And then take the nails, and then take everything that was nailed down.
Exactly. Hello. There's a lot in there.
Shock and awe.
Alright. Admin functions. Override lockdown. Overridden. Turn to admin functions. Root. Alright, we still need to find the journal. Incoming messages. Marion, it's been 3 weeks. Where the F are the reports from HIA? Deliver them to me by the end of the day, or deliver me your resignation. From Ambrose. Interesting. In the future, you will send me bi-weekly reports of HIA status. These reports will include an inventory of test subjects, which version of the Gorgon compound they have been administered, how frequently those administrations have occurred, and who has been administering them. To those reports, you will append a mortality record. This record will include an accounting of the burn-down rate of our current stack of volunteers and compound ampules, in addition to a thorough analysis of their injuries. I want to see charts, Mari, big effing charts with lots of precious little numbers. And before you ask, bi-weekly meets twice a week. Don't pretend you don't know what I mean. Condolences, etc. Marion, personalize and forward the families of the deceased volunteers. Take carbon copies and send those on to Lucian at the usual address. Make certain he gets every single one. Dear Name, it is with regret that I write to inform you of the death of your relation, Name. They died peacefully, unattended by their fellows. Please accept our sympathies in this difficult time. Though it may offer you little comfort, know that your relation died in service of a better, more productive Halcyon. In accordance with the agreement signed with TARDIS Corporation, Corrections, a division of United Defense Logistics, this term of incarceration is now considered complete. Oh, that's great. Turn to messages, outgoing messages. Latest results. Good fellow, yes, many of the subjects will still exhibited increased energy levels and compliance, the same euphoric response, but they inevitably crash. Testing clearly suggests that CHEM's Compound X has extreme and irreversible effects when administered repeatedly over a long period of time. Several volunteers in the old SCO2 group are barely verbal. When they do speak, it's to beg for more of the compound. I'm finding it hard to shine that up for you, Lawrence. So good you'll beg for more. Don't you dare use that. If we could dilute the compound, or even ease out the schedule, we could mitigate some of the addictive effects. We need some of the earlier test subjects off the compound. Might buy time until Chem refines the formula. I need time, Lawrence. Okay, so even Blakeslee was recognizing that this was going wrong, that this was like bad, this was going wrong. And like even if this thing was actually useful, like at a certain point, they just became too addicted to the drug to do anything useful.
Oh boy.
Testing reports. Marley, I need you to compile some of the test. Need to compile some of the test results from the past month. Pull a subset from the reports to be forwarded to OCI if you like, so long as there are charts. Make sure the worst mortality rates reports are up front, will you? At the behest of the Office of Creative Incubation, we are applying varying amounts of unknown solution to test subjects that are already mid-treatment. What organizational schema do you imagine would actually restore scientific rigor to this process? Stick to the current system. Finally, condolence letters. Pick out 2 of the TC subjects and whip them condolence letters. Something saccharine and noble. We already did this one. Is this all the outgoing? Yeah. Archived. Alright, this is Blakeslee's resignation. Leaving this message to inform you of my resignation from the position of testing supervisor at Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals, effective immediately. I won't be returning to headquarters, and I won't bother chasing that tracking signal unless you want to give the boys and girls human resources some exercise. I'll warn you once, do not try and find me.
I knew this place wasn't going to be some pleasant seaside stroll, Captain, but I don't know how I can live with what we've seen here.
What they did was inexcusable.
Not just inexcusable. Evil. This was just wrong. They knew.
Yeah.
They knew what Adrenatime would do. Fuck, Captain. Marauders are half the reason Monarch's gone to shit.
Somehow this doesn't surprise me.
Someone's got to do something about this. Gotta hold folks to account. Maybe it should be us.
That journal better hold the key to the eternal equation, or Minnie's name's gonna have stains on it till the end of time.
Let's find that journal. Well, we're keeping track of all these records. You know, we're gonna need evidence to just like, you know, leak this out and out for everyone knows what the hell happened here. Yeah, I think we're going up now at that area we found. So this is space weed then? I think it's more like space heroin.
What they did here?
Heroin?
I ain't ever gonna
Oh my God.
shake this.
Oh my God, they're doing asteroids. They make you crash.
I like that one.
Oh my God.
I hate that I came up with that.
Is this the I aim to misbehave moment? Yeah. Jamie Productions, their lack of facial expression distracts me. Alright, what do we got around here?
Well, you see, we're Cole Aidman. We're not supposed to have facial expressions.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. I hope nobody actually. You know what? I'm just gonna shut up for the sake of argument.
What are you about to say?
Like, I hope like no one takes that comment I said and actually makes it an actual thing, like China Cat or something. You got any asteroids?
Actually, let me double check. I think that already might be on the list of drug terms.
What?
You guys got any Slinky? Everyone knows it's Slinky.
Yeah, it's a term for people that people use for
Way back here.
street steroids.
Oh my God! I was kidding.
I had to double check because it sounded familiar.
Law down, Birdie. What I tell you about pestering Maurice? He's not interested. If you scare him off the planet, you're gone. I don't care if you're my kid sister. We need his research. We don't need you. Got it? Good. I took a look at the preliminary schedule you sent over. You got all the tasks tracked, but the timing is off. For one thing, you have me finishing the metal casing fabrication after the package is supposed to be complete. Find me at my workstation in the mines near OCI when you get off shift. I'll go over the rest of my criticisms in person. By the marvelous mustache of Excelsior, Gil. P.S. How long do we keep saying that? It's ridiculous. I think it's awesome, and you should keep saying it forever. There we go.
Oh, okay, Ryan brings it up. Asteroids. I get it. Dang it.
All right, The Exhilarating Adventures of Archibald Excelsior, Ace Exterminator, and the Invasion of the Flesh-Eating Sprats, issue 3 of 4. Comic from the cult classic Ace Exterminator series. And we will continue on. After pacifying the canon threat, rejuvenated hero Archibald Excelsior is deployed to the subterranean metropolis of Hephaestus to quell the rise of supervillainous a cappella band, the Sprat Pack, when a new foe arrives to stop him. An a cappella band. Buff Hardman, acquisitions agent of Super Dark Reclamation, will stop at nothing to acquire Hephaestus Mining's productive corporate enclave for his shadowy shipping concern. When Excelsior interferes with Hardman's plans to mind control the Sprat Pack, Hardman turns his dastardly mind control ray on Excelsior. Will our mustachioed hero free his mind from Hardman's power with his newly healed heart intact? I love
How
it.
do you make an a cappella band? Like, the whole thing about a cappella is that there is no instruments.
Well, you have different people singing different parts. You know how if you watch a cappella videos on YouTube, a lot of people will do it themselves, but it's sometimes easier to have other people doing the other parts at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but aren't they just called like an a cappella group instead?
Yeah.
It depends on whether they're trying to mimic the sounds of instruments or not.
Ah.
We already went in there, so
There's some acapella groups that try to do their acapella while mimicking the sounds that instruments make with their voice, and they usually call themselves acapella bands.
Buff Hardman.
Okay, that makes sense.
We can't fast travel here.
I have a weird eclectic amount of information in my head.
We can do the Gorgon ruins though, and just head south. Put your faith in Blast Hard Cheese.
Because he's that Gouda.
Gristle McThornbody.
You will not believe your lie.
Don't ask why half the weird knowledge I have in my head, even I don't know.
It is as it is. Oh my god. Wait, the villain is Cartman, so you have to respect his authority?
I have to do no such thing.
Oh, amen to that.
Respect authority? When am I ever going to do that?
Well, I mean, do you respect Linkara's authority?
Well, yeah, but...
Yeah, but I'm not demanding respect. I've earned it.
Exactly.
Yeah. If anybody is demanding respect, they don't deserve it.
Yeah. That or they're trying to get it from somebody that absolutely refuses to do so out of spite.
Hmm. Yoink. I feel like we were already here, but still. Let's see.
Like, there's
yeah, we were already
one,
here.
like I've said before, I have a tumultuous history with my stepfather. He's still leagues better than my biological father. But one of the things that caused problems between us is when I was like young, he said that he deserved respect. I said, then earn it.
So I could do the fast way of getting down there.
Just
Will
jump.
you survive?
Yes.
Is there like no feasible way to just walk down there?
I'm sure there is.
What?
And the thing I respect the most about Lewis is his work ethic.
Apparently I can't actually jump over this.
That's weird.
Aim for the bushes, says TV.
Curse you, game designers.
Ah, vending machine. Let's sell
How
our junk.
Game designers, how dare you have to have us actually follow your game mechanics?
How dare indeed.
Anyways, I'm starting to feel dead, so...
It's all good. You head out if you need to.
If everybody wants to watch, I'm going to be trying to finish Resident Evil Revelations 2 tomorrow. on my Twitch channel.
Maybe we
I
should
have
look at
half the
that.
game left. And I've somehow managed to modify the game, so rather than playing it where I'm trying to survive, I'm on a quest for pants.
Pants. Pants.
Sing
Sing
the praises of pants.
All I want are some pants.
Good night, everyone.
A decent pair of
Have a
pants.
good night.
Actually, I have
Good night,
one
Lisa.
Solomon Grundy quote.
What?
Solomon Grundy wants pants, a decent pair of pants.
Oh, there you go.
I'm glad you got the reference.
What the fuck? Okay, that's a big monkey.
Yep.
Abe, my bad. My bad, it's an ape!
Who cares?
Wait. What's it? It's a ground ape!
It's toast. That's what it is.
Terra Simian.
That's freaking brilliant.
Yoink and yoink. As Gage's video production, the best part of working education, snow days. Hey.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we just have to go the long way around to get down here.
Fun. Love John! Ooh. Sword.
Looting.
Looting and shooting. You darn tootin'.
Hey, Linkara found Ash's primate.
So sad that, like, Ash never got to keep his primate.
Yeah, one episode. You got one episode in.
Oh!
Exactly.
What was even the point?
I don't know. I guess, like, if they kept Primate, Primate could have probably helped out with, like... Oh god, could you imagine if Primate would have been, like Charmander's teacher of, like, learning how to respect Ash or something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like, if we didn't, we probably would never have gotten,
Charizard
never
Chills.
gotten the Orange we would never gotten, like, yeah, that one. The Orange Island episodes. Primate would have killed Team Rocket, he had to go. Oh.
It's true. Primate wouldn't know anything about the word restraint.
Yeah, no, but that's fair. He's Prime Ape, not Prime Restraint.
Right,
Really? Really? That got us out of you.
Oh, I love you people.
We do what we can.
And we platonically love you back.
This can't be worse than anything we already seen, right?
Oh boy!
Damn time. Let's find that journal. I want off this fucking rock.
Alright, unseal the door. There's a music sting.
So you know it's good.
Yep.
Like, good things come from music stings. I'm not a bad guy at all. Ba-da-ba-da.
Huh.
Pam.
Welcome to the Adrena Time Synthesis and Manufactory Center, brought to you by Spacer's Toys. This productivity auto-mechanical unit is at your disposal. Its normal duties involve...
Oh, they really know how to dull themselves up.
Legacy operations
Pretty much.
and analytics. However, due to the promotion, demotion, death, or injury to other managers of this facility. This unit is now the acting manager of the following departments: reception, human resources, accounting, technical support, manufacturing, distribution, security. Please direct any questions about those departments to Pam. Answers not guaranteed.
Man, I should have brought Sam with me. Sam would have been able to like hack them or something.
Most likely.
According to this facility's hierarchy, there are 0 acting managers at this Spacer's Choice facility. Not to worry.
Did they draw this on themselves?
Cannot immediately be replaced.
That or someone else did.
Oversee
Maybe?
3.176
I
departments.
honestly don't know.
When you're in a productivity pinch, Pam
Like a
can pick
Joker.
up the pieces.
That means Pam gets 7
Looks
paychecks.
like there are intruders in this facility. Protocol recommends speaking to the head of facility security right away.
Yeah, but let's be real. With capitalism, those 7 paychecks would just still pay for only like maybe half a rent.
Daniel Brandt, Outer Wilds or BioShock? Which hyper-capitalist nightmare would world franchise is worse to live in? From what I understand, in BioShock, that facility is that hyper-capitalist society is completely destroyed, isn't it? Like it's just like an underwater place where everything went to hell.
Depending on which game you're playing, but yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like in that regard, Outer Worlds would probably be better in that way.
I'm just shrugging at this point, going, eh.
Want to know how I got these scars? Hey guys, it's Marvel's Pam. Bro, I just say
yeah, sure, of course, Pam. Looking left and right.
It was an SNL joke. After Guardians of the Galaxy came out, they were like, Marvel could do no wrong. So just like every single thing they release is gold, and thus our next movie, Marvel's Pam, and it's just like the soccer mom walking down on like a space hallway, just like taking photographs. You're managing more than 3.176 departments.
Management stretched thin? That's okay. With safety protocols disabled, Pam can manage 12.678 departments with an estimated worker fatality rate of only 4.83 per week. After all, Pam's purpose is to answer one question: how can I increase your productivity today?
Let's put a smile on that face.
She's the Joker, baby.
Oh, God.
Done a lovely job with your makeup, Pam. Clown white really is your color. Tell me about this facility.
The Adrenatime Synthesis and Manufactory Center is where Spacer's Choice's newest product is being created. Get a leg up on the competition with Adrenatime. You are now in the lobby. The floors above you are the offices, the manufactory, and the Adrenatime synthesizer. The floors below you are the sublevels and the synthesizer reactor. How can I increase your productivity today?
What's with all the bodies?
Did you know that keeping your workers alive boosts productivity? That's why
it
every
does?
Pam unit comes equipped with the latest Spacer's Choice weaponry. When Pam's emergency combat protocols are activated, your investments are sure to be protected. Warning: due to power consumption, combat protocols cannot be activated when Pam's power is below 73% without deactivating managerial processes. Spacer's Choice policy dictates that managerial processes take priority. This unit's power rating is 57%.
How can I recharge you?
Hate messing with tangled cables or confusing batteries? With Pam, you'll never have to. Just pop in a Firefly brand industrial strength battery, and Pam's ready to go. Out of batteries and need productivity now? No problem. Just hook Pam's power source up to another automechanical, and Pam will get your employees back in line in no time.
You override that behavior?
Pam is fully customizable to fit your preferred management style. With the correct override codes, you can alter any of Pam's behaviors at will. Some limitations apply. Spacer's Choice does not accept legal responsibility for any injuries or trauma sustained after altering Pam's behaviors. See manual for details.
Never mind.
How can I increase your productivity today?
Pam, I need to boost my productivity. How much motivation? Pam, engage emergency protocol.
Reminder: please do not reheat your salt tuna in the company kitchens. Save that savory smell for your own micro apartments.
Alright, I should go. So I want to help her engage her stuff.
Jeez.
It looks like Marauders tried to break in here and her combat protocols kicked in. Let's see, what do we got here? Rosemary, sorry to bother you. I lost my ID. Don't know what happened. I have a very strict system for organizing my desk. Someone probably took it. Can you deactivate it and get me a new one? Hey, Rosemary, you seen Fife around. Pam's old battery's having trouble holding a charge, and all my spares keep disappearing. You know how it goes around here. If something is disappearing, Fife probably swiped it and put it in the facilities office like a trophy. Since your desk in the lobby isn't too far from facilities, I'm hoping you might have spotted him on his way in or something. If you do, tell him Mike Lou has 3 packs of Spacer's Corona to trade for the industrial strength Firefly battery that disappeared last week. I'd appreciate it. Okay, so we just need to look around here. We should be able to find a spare battery for her.
This is the Joker and Harley Quinn's future evil robot daughter. No, if there's anybody that's gonna have like a robot daughter, it would be Harley and Ivy, let's be real.
Yeah. Imagine a plant daughter.
Ooh, you know, yeah.
Huh. 1 PAM unit energy cell.
Oh, dang, that was easy. Just need to find that one button. That was easy.
Number of cigarettes here indicates that smoker's lifespan has been shortened by approximately 11.2 years. Anything else in here? Bard. Just looks like a break room or something, or another desk. Pam, I got something for you.
Happy day of the week, employee. I hope you're excited for today's placeholder meeting. How can I increase your productivity today? Emergency combat protocols cannot be engaged at less than 73% power without proper authorization. Please ensure that this unit is fully charged, or present your override password.
Replace Pam's battery.
This unit's power rating is 100%. Great! Emergency combat protocols are now available. Error. Employee's biometric ID does not match this unit's designated manager. Proceeding with verbal management test.
Oh boy.
Pretend that this PAM unit is one of your employees who has been working long hours. What would you say to give them an extra pep pill in their step?
That promotion's right around the corner. Keep getting those hours. Inspiration. You can come in 5 hours early tomorrow. That'd be great. Persuade. Keep working late. We'll serve free pep pills and Spratwurst after hours. I think inspiration would probably work best for this. They don't want to give away free stuff. J Manor, I would buy a Nimue plushie, but I know her digital form is not commonly known, let alone popular. Indeed. Let's do inspiration.
When you get in early and get out late, you're our favorite kind of teammate. Remember, PAM tracks every second you're at your desk. Employees in the 93rd percentile or higher get an encouraging platitude every day.
Oh boy!
Management test complete. Result. Employee is a Spacer's Choice manager. 94% certainty. Engaging emergency combat protocols. Stand by.
Pam's on a mission.
Pam's gonna kill stuff for us.
Oh my god, is this what it's like to have a hired gun?
I swear it was watching me. This is gonna haunt me later. I can already feel it.
Also, it is very convenient because this does kind of help us travel, kind of.
Indeed, so we don't have to, go around as much, because we only got 20 minutes left. We might not finish the quest tonight.
Yeah.
Vending machine. Oh boy, here I go, a killing again!
System alert. Beginning security patrol.
Oh my god, if Linkara from another universe was a serial killer, kill Kara.
I don't know. I thought it'd be more like Linkiller.
Oh my god, that's... I applaud you. I applaud you. That's actually good.
That's the Among Us. That's my Among Us name.
Oh, that's right.
That's the reason why I said it.
Hey, I am slow.
No, you're not. You're Sandra.
This is also true.
Yoink. Alright, what do we got? There's a lot of terminals around here.
Yep.
Inappropriate automech. Sir, I promise you, no automechanical in the galaxy is capable of falling in love with you. It is far outside of their set of capabilities. If there is a legitimate reason that the current automechanical is not fulfilling your department's needs, please file a request for an upgrade using form AM265B with permission from your manager. Thank you. No, sir, that was not a comment about your inability to secure a marriage contract. No automechanical is capable of loving you because they are literally not capable of loving anyone. Automechanicals function through a simple series of slate mechanics that are designed to problem solve for a limited test of scenarios. These scenarios all directly relate to the task that the automechanical was created for. In other words, a security automechanical might be able to question unauthorized personnel about where they left their biometric ID card, but a chef automechanical can only ask them if they want extra salt. Even if, in theory, an automechanical was deliberately modified to learn speech patterns and how to mimic human behavior, these behaviors would be a hollow imitation. So if your automechanical assistant really did make a comment about your posterior, it was because they were programmed to say it, that's all. Judith, now is the best time to request a transfer. I've got a reliable source to tell me the OCI may be under official audit soon. There's been a word of some kind of corporate sabotage. I wouldn't request a transfer to Chem Labs either. They've just had the budget and their personnel slashed. Trust me, you don't want to be associated with either office. Stay with us. We know what we're doing. Man, I hope we can find this robot that was falling in love, because I would love to help be a matchmaker.
Aw. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch.
Mr. Newell, no, there are no socks involved in the production of Spacer's Choice Terra-Fried Sprutwurst. The T hologram on the machine is likely just malfunctioning. It should read out of stock. I regret to inform you that vending machines do not take returns. Please do not try to fit your can of Spacer Choice Gourmet Saltuna Flights into the bit cartridge slot, as it will damage the machine and prevent other employees from using it. Thank you so much for your time. So are we just like in like tech support?
Sounds about right.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we got enough data to say it.
Harold, prosperous morning. This is an informal reminder that your adhesive notes are intended to track your trouble tickets. Please do not use your adhesive notes to create patterns on your divider wall. I hate to remind you that unsanctioned aesthetic expression is strictly contrary to Spacer's Choice law, and I definitely hate to be reprimanded because I didn't warn you. Oh boy. Please endeavor to use the adhesive notes in a manner prescribed in Spacer's Choice official guidelines. We can't use our post-it notes to create aesthetics. Michael, this is just to tell you that I've reported your recent unsanctioned language to human resources. You're recently talking about seeing some of your colleagues act paranoid and violent. Try to remember that new guidelines from corporate don't call your colleagues paranoid. They're experiencing dramatically heightened attention. Don't call your colleagues violent. They're showing physically assertive behavior. I'm as concerned as you are about the curious and surprising behavior we've been seeing around the premises, but try to keep your language sanitized. Clean language is a matter of security.
You know what's also you know what else also a thing of security? Common sense.
Yeah, too bad it's not that common.
What's sad is you're not.
Pam, you doing okay over there? Yeah, she's fine. Files located. Tech support would like to remind all players that this is not the messenger menu. Saying these files do not send a message. Mechanical repair, power siphoning. Ah! The battery storage, I need to find a way to recharge Pam in a pinch. Vargas and I have to divide up all the remaining batteries, and eventually even those won't hold much of a charge. It's not if you just plug the unit into the wall as designed. Turns out, though, Space Choice batteries actually only charge at half capacity if you use them as intended. I think it's planned obsolescence. They want the batteries to wear out sooner so folks buy more of them. Doesn't make much sense to do it at your own facilities, in my opinion, but what the hell do I know, right? Anyway, I think I found a way to bypass it, at least the biped model. So you take two solar units, link their power supplies, and initiate a surge from one unit to the other. It should force the battery to use its full capacity. Basically, I can double the lifespan of our batteries by having the units jumpstart each other. Not going to use it just yet, though. Always a chance that someone catches wind of it and they close the loophole, so I better save it for an emergency. I cannot believe they gave Pam a damn N-ray cannon. Talk about overkill. There's not much in the known galaxy deadlier than N-ray radiation. Once it's let loose, it's hard to contain. Most living things seem to give it off microscopic doses. Not enough to be harmful on its own, but enough to draw larger, deadlier masses of N-rays from one living thing to another within a certain radius. Which means I need to take extra care to make sure Pam's cannon is tuned for maximum precision. If the barrel is even 1 degree out of alignment, you'd risk thousands of bits in collateral damage every time she fires. Messages.
What exactly is it?
Evil laser... bad laser gun, apparently. Last week, a pair of technicians at my designated workspace fell into a pretty bad row. There were a lot of seditious words used. I don't want to repeat them here. Management stepped in. I haven't seen them since. I don't think their independent contracts were nullified. Otherwise, I would have received a reprimand myself on account of having worked with terminated colleagues. They haven't been in their domiciles. They haven't been at their stations. I don't think they were fired. I think they deserted. But I'm not going to share their names because I don't want that on my audit record. All I know is that this office isn't working the way it should. Dr. Ambrose is nervous, and when she's nervous, we're all nervous. Michael, one of my colleagues disappeared 3 nights ago. She'd been falling behind her deadlines and was medicating herself with AT. I was jealous of her work ethic, so I can imagine what compelled her to just disappear. Frankly, I'm glad. She was starting to make me look bad. There's nothing strange happening in the office. There's something strange happening in the office, and I don't know what to make of it. Nothing according to plan. Clarence mostly had a phrase he's muttered now and then. The Bancroft coefficient is approaching 1. Apparently there's some fellow named Lucien Bancroft. If he's real, Dr. Ambrose answers to him. I think he's a cipher or a code name or something. I don't know how chaotic or messy a project has to be before that coefficient hits 1, but I know bad things happen when Lucien Bancroft shows up. Contracts nullified, waste disposed, assets eliminated. Just, yeah, I'll keep my head down. Oh dear.
Oof.
Halcyon Hank. Backstory. Halcyon Hank is the long-lost brother of Halcyon Helen. At the age of 7, he saved his family from a pirate attack, but he had to leave the ship in a separate escape pod. While the rest of his family was rescued by a passing patrol, Hank's escape pod landed on Monarch, and he had to survive in the wild. Raised among raptidons, he foiled numerous schemes concocted by the cannibalistic iconoclasts who were trying to spread their listless, dependent way of life across the colony. Now he's finally made it off Monarch and is ready to save Halcyon from, insert whoever Sally makes the villain here. Denim, ask if Sally can make a supporting character that's Hank's love interest. She promised she would last time. Interesting. It is connected to the Halcyon Helen stuff. All right.
You know, if we didn't know about the DLC, I'm sure if we continued through the game, through the story, we probably would have gotten hints about this, and then would have been learned about, like, the Halcyon thing.
Yeah. So. Harold, just sent management my cancellation form regarding our systems and serfdom sessions. I've been told I was the one that I won't receive a refund of leisure time I purchased for our group. I'll handle the cancellation fees too. Let's talk about what happened with Colin in the last session. Let's not talk about Colin at all. Not to management, not to medical either. Need something or the injury? I'll see about getting you some AT. Oh dear. What is going on with the employees?
Not good stuff. I guess we could just put it at that.
Yep. Like, obviously, they weren't getting results. Pam, you alright? Yeah, Trici's fine.
Well, either she's dead or someone killed her. Never mind, she's alive.
Ah, well, vending machine time.
I'm killing all of the bad guys.
Good for you. Keep that up.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a very good kick, Nappa.
Ah, Captain, you weren't watching.
Fine. Coolest looking guns to me always have like weak stats, and I'm like, come on.
Nope, not as good.
Meh. Just meh.
When something is called platinum, I'm like, wonder if this is any better than my current armor. But no, we retain the trans rights armor.
There you go. Also, wait a minute. What'd that sign say?
Not for use by tech support.
Then how did Pam get over there?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Well, maybe over here?
Because she's security.
I'm getting messages on my phone suddenly. 1 second.
Okay, we'll be here.
Oh, it's a sale.
Heck yeah!
Yeah.
Congratulations. Wait, sale is in the reduction in price, or sale is in someone bought something that you're selling?
Someone bought something that I'm selling.
Ah, okay.
Buy that. Always clear out the vending machines of things we want. And sell junk. There's a little kitchenette area. Bam, where'd you go?
Oh my god, I just thought of one. If this was like a campground and like if these people were school counselors, we would have Pam as Pamela Voorhees.
I mean, what's the name of Jason's mom?
Yes.
All right, good. Glad I got that reference.
Actually. Okay, Pam's just been vaporizing everybody.
Yep.
You know, one of the few things that she didn't say that she was janitorial crew.
Ah, there you go.
All right, what we got? Messages. Space choice aware of Dr. Lowe's eccentric habits. Yes, Dr. Lowe medicates himself with experimental drugs of his own design. No, we have not mentioned this flaw in Dr. Lowe's character in our exchange contract with Auntie Cleo. We believe that Dr. Lowe's behavior is consistent with the values of our rival company. Dr. Lowe and Auntie Cleo are, in the opinion of Spacer's Choice, an ideal match. Both Dr. Lowe and the Auntie Cleo company believe themselves to be better than nature. Please be informed that Auntie Cleo is generously offered at least 3 senior personnel in exchange for Dr. Lowe. It's Space Choice company policy to accept any bargain in our favor. Michael, the office has reviewed your report of unlawful behavior exhibited by certain colleagues at your designated workplace. We find the contents of your report alarming and inconsistent with the values and vision of the Space Choice family. While it is the duty of every member of our family to report seditious and unlawful behavior, it is important to express your report using appropriate company-approved language. Your description of violent outbursts and aggressive behavior from your colleagues is problematic. Furthermore, the office disapproves of your obvious exaggerations of any physical injuries sustained in your alleged altercations with your colleagues. Spacer's Choice is not liable or responsible for any injuries caused by Spacer's Choice property, including machinery or their co-workers. Your description of your colleagues' behavior portrays Spacer's Choice in an unflattering light and will be stricken from any official record. Do not discuss, describe, or imply the contents of the report with your co-workers. God, I hate these people so much. At every turn, I hate this world. Full of awful, awful people.
Yep.
Just like, yeah, just piles of dust everywhere for all the people she's killed.
You know, if she was janitorial, like, she would at least clean up after the corpses or something.
Yep. Alright, printer broken. It's not broken, it's just out of paper, which I have to say is pretty damned amazing. How in the name of the grand plan did you manage to print 450 documents in a week? Those can't all be transfer requests, can they? I know this project is well funded, but the head researcher must be even more famous than I thought if we're getting this many. Last warning. In our policy, even if you have proof that Mr. Putnam has been taking your lunch, Spacer's Choice disciplinary guidelines for theft only apply to Spacer's Choice property. You, your lunch, and Mr. Putnam all constitute Spacer's Choice property. It is legally impossible for property to steal from itself. Wow. Please note that an inability to protect your own source of nourishment will be reflected on your permanent record. If you cannot be trusted to guard your own sandwich, you cannot be trusted to guard classified information on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I mean, they do have a point there.
I mean, halfway.
I mean, if you can't guard your own sandwich, how can we trust you to?
With delicate paperwork.
Yeah, I'm hearing screams.
Yeah, like what the fart?
It's probably Pam.
I know. It's just like, what the hell?
On the whole thing about like Pamela Voorhees, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like when you hear that sound effect. Like, has it been confirmed, like, what it's actually saying? Like,
yeah, it's killer. Kill her.
It was like, kill, mom.
Yeah, something like that. Like, killer mommy is really what it's saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm impressed or suspicious. They're building something here, and it probably ain't good.
Chef, pop.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
Well, we finally reached the journal, which we're probably going to end after we retrieve it.
We're in Dexter's laboratory.
So where's that smartest boy that we've ever seen? Oh,
But
there
he
he is.
blows wow. You know, you joke, but
That door just closed. Did Pam just go in there?
Most likely.
I want to say so. Look both ways before. Oh, hello.
Oh, there's
Hi,
Pam. Good job, Pam.
Remember, Spacer's Choice is a family, so overtime is really family time.
Good job.
Heck yeah.
Pam, you did good work today.
You get a robot cookie.
Lovely. Now I can surf the interwebs.
All right. Now
Dang it,
this will lead us to the
dang it, I
journal,
just-
maybe. It's been a very
And I just
long
realized-
journey.
That was brilliant, Jesus. I'm high-fiving you on that one.
Saving. Look at Pam, always having a good smile. She loves her work.
What is it with the board and giant machines?
There's something mystical about this thing. Almost holy. Is that weird?
A little bit.
A little bit?
How do I get up there? Oop.
Oh.
I certainly got some lag there.
What a double save just in case.
No, it just saved beforehand.
Okay, just making sure.
Chaos Nightmare teleports Linkara to Boston. Get Fallout Forward, Linkara. May you become Richard Ravage the Fifth. I don't want to be a cannibal.
Oh, didn't Cole already eat someone?
Finally get that journal and
What was that?
heck out of here.
Did Cole eat someone? No, I'm pretty sure we managed to avoid that. Unless I'm I'm not remembering. What's that noise?
Sounds like an alarm.
It's alarming. Ooh, gun.
Prototype light pistol.
Oh, no.
That's enough. Gorgon is mine. Go now, and I will not pursue you. But if you stay, I will sick every last lawless fucking mercenary and halcyon on you. It's your choice, Captain.
But why would you send so many corpses to us?
That's good.
Give him a good kick
Thank
in
you.
the shins.
I'm getting sick of chasing shadows. I can't shoot shadows.
Can't loot him either. Let's see what we got here. Admin functions. Alert, strike, panic, lockdown, engage. Please shelter in place while the workforce is pacified. Space of Choice apologize any emotional disturbance and physical discomfort this traitorous employee action may have caused you. Detective counselors will be on site during the next staffing cycle to help you work through any residual grief or trauma you may be suffering. Enjoy a Spacer's Choice 0G brew while you wait, at no charge to your C-suite liquor stipend. Canceling lockdown. Now then, messages. Incoming messages. No incoming messages. Outgoing. Alright. There's a lot of here. Okay. You think you can hide from me, you little twerp? I know a serum that'll make you feel as if you've lived 1,000 years in just 8 hours. How'd you like to spend the night in waste processing? From Ollie. From Dr. Ambrose. Schedule he sent me is just a template or the work of an intern because it's patently insane. We're nowhere near to hitting Lucien's proposed milestones. Branding hopes and wishes won't magically change that, no matter what the corporate office says. My compound is months from viable, Lawrence. It kills people. If you'd like proof, you're welcome to try it yourself. I'll even show you where to stick it. I expect to see a revised schedule before the week is out. So Shadowy Mind might be Dr. Ambrose. Just because it's sounding like, yeah. I've seen the brand manager sniffing about, Lawrence. I know your department is gearing up for a big announcement. Mine's only a project on this effing asteroid. Send me your intended production and release schedule immediately. Radio documentary participation. Lawrence, this is a waste of my time. The last thing my team needs is a fleet of gadflies descending on the labs and asking stupid questions. We're a month behind as is. However, because Lucien demanded it, I will consider the program's request if the following conditions are met. Lucien guarantees me the right to review and approve the recordings. The journalists are confined to Gorgon for the duration of the project. It could be years. Make sure they understand that. If they leak the details of our work to the press, I will put a hit on them myself. I know people, Lawrence. I'm starting to feel that way, that it's Ambrose. Journalists bunk in shipping and receiving. We can't leave them fraternizing with the project staff outside of the scheduled interviews. These people are our enemies, not our friends. No one will be coming down with an acute case of friendship on my watch. My team will not be held responsible for the inevitable delays this tomfoolery will cause. The only individual who will be working overtime on this is you. Understood? Toxic-free rebranding. Change the effing name, Lawrence. I don't care if the inbred some of the headquarters were just having a laugh. Customers don't know what it means. You may choose who's from this list of alternatives. Absorbitol, Kelotamax, Bindatron, Medicine. Back to messages. Actually, whoop. Was there? Yeah, there was many outgoing messages. We'll read these and I think we'll call it a night.
All right.
Personalized eyes and for the following note to the families of deceased volunteers. Take carbon copies. Yep, send messages. Condolences Cancel all the letters. They've been hand-delivered. Send someone to retrieve them. Secrecy triumphs sentiment. Don't ever let me do anything so indulgent again. One HBS fan. Better late than never. Test subject status. Marion, I see now why you held back your reports. Strangulation, attempted disemboweling, blunt force trauma to the head with a bedpan. It's not just that volunteer deaths are up, but that the ways in which they are dying are appalling. This is unconscionable and unmitigated disaster. Cease administration of the compound immediately. I'll take this to our liaison, Lucian. Surely, when I show them these results, he'll understand that we can't take this product to market as it currently stands. Yeah, I'm starting to think this is Dr. Ambrose, his mysterious figure. Marion, it's been 3 weeks. Where the F are the reports from HIA? Deliver them to me by the end of the day or deliver me your letter registration. I'm done asking. Yeah, we already did this message. So, return to messages. Outgoing to Dr. Lowe. Jasper, I dug into the volunteer data Marion sent over. You were right. The current formulation is resulting in alarming outcomes, even by SC standards. Priantha and I performed a handful of autopsies in this week's deceased and made a few notable observations. In one case, that of a young man in his early 20s, we noted a degree of gray matter loss one would expect to see in a man of 70. His brain had also atrophied to a shocking extent, again as one might expect in a much older man. Another case, that of a woman of middle age, the subject was no longer able to achieve natural sleep. After 11 consecutive days of wakefulness, she was no longer able to distinguish her violent hallucinations from reality, yet even as she spiraled, she demanded additional injections. I'm sure our last tweak would reduce the incident violence among the volunteer population. We might attempt to further refine the compound through partitioning, though I'm doubtful that will be efficacious. Violence aside, I'm growing increasingly concerned by the habit-forming nature of the compound. What do you think? Turn to messages. Outgoing to other. God, there's so many messages in this. Seize all recordings. Bring them immediately, and for F's sake, don't let the journalists off the effing asteroid. Pursuant to last week's incident, new security practices are now in place. All lab personnel must tidy their workstations at the end of the shift. Close and lock all drawers, safes, closets, vents, and lab doors before leaving them for the day. Yeah, sounds like the reporters got wind of what was going on. They're probably all dead. All visitors must be accompanied. Furthermore, any laboratory tech accompanying a guest who has not received certification in either self-defense or hand-to-hand combat must also be accompanied by a member of the security team. Some artist named Bruce. Wish I could have hung with you guys a bit longer tonight. It's all good. Well, like I said, we're calling it quits after I read all these messages. All confidential information must remain as such. Do not discuss the nature of your work outside or inside the lab except to warn peers of imminent danger, such as fire, chemical spill, or suspected corporate espionage. All laboratory techs are to isolate themselves until further notice. Any laboratory tech found fraternizing in groups of 2 or more, found speaking with the same person more than once, will be remanded to Spacer's Choice Human Resource Reeducation and Reallocation Department. Finally, unless you're actually physically sitting in an interview session, pre-approved by me, do not speak to the effing journalists. Employee transition. Effective immediately, Herbert St. Germain is no longer employee of Spacer's Choice PR&D division. His body has been forwarded to the chemical waste dump for processing. Mr. St. Germain was a saboteur sent by our firm to disrupt our vital efforts. It's only thanks to the swift reporting of one of our esteemed colleagues that Mr. St. Germain was prevented from causing any significant damage to our facilities, intellectual properties, or staff. I understand that Mr. St. Germain was popular around the Gorgon campus for his genial, helpful demeanor. That is because he was a spy. I think we read this one already. It sounds very familiar. Monthly physicals. The material we work with are dangerous and will result in permanent injury, disfigurement, or madness when handled for extended periods. Therefore, all laboratory personnel will now report to the project physician, Dr. Priantha LeBlanc, for monthly physicals and psychiatric evaluations. You do this out of an abundance of caution. Schedule your first appointment immediately and notify me when you do. I have access to your medical records, so I will know when you shirk. Do not make me drag you to his office here myself. Okay. Deleted messages. From Goodfellow. the production schedule. Dr. Ambrose, great timing. Just sending Herbie over to your department with a preliminary production schedule. As with so much of the work we do at the OCI, the design of a production schedule is more of an art than a science. The timetables and milestones are less contractual obligation and more aspirational cartography. If you're seeing this message, I'm currently unavailable. In my absence, I have instructed my secretary, Herbert Harrell, to reply to any incoming message with a pre-approved response. Vicariously, Lawrence. Oh dear. Radio documentary precision. Approved. Next time, allow me to make this kind of announcement myself. Mr. Mosley, hierarchy exists for a reason. Your purveyor of Aetherware drama and drama-adjacent entertainment. Several of my personnel associates at Odeon Pictures have launched a satellite studio called Pictureless Pictures, which emphasizes radio programs and serials intended to excite the senses and palpitate the glands. I received a request to approve a radio documentary program examining the lives and contributions of Spacer's Choice scientists operating on Gorgon. The name of this documentary is Moments with Genius. I do not approve the superfluous exclamation point, but I approve the general idea. Please inform the other managers. Okay, so this is the announcement about the reporters. What are HBS fans? After these messages, I'll be in the shower. Turn to route. I'm pretty sure we got all the outgoing messages. So yeah, I think we are done now. So many messages in that terminal.
Good God.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm guessing that the mysterious figure is Dr. Ambrose, who is guilty, who is feeling guilty about everything that happened and doesn't want any of this to get out. But I'm going to
say possibly a child, maybe.
Yeah, we're going to call it a night. Yeah, also a possibility. But yeah, I'm calling it a night here. And your pal, Friend Patine. Alright, so yeah, we're calling it a night here. We will hopefully get our final answers of it next week as we continue to play the Outer Worlds and the mission on Gorgon. I hope everyone has a good night. Keep an eye out in the next few days for the My Greatest Adventure number 80 review, the first appearance of the Doom Patrol. And of course, check out some Pocket Man's keychains or the Mini Comicron 1 model. Y'all have yourselves a great rest of the evening. I also want to thank my wonderful guests who can tell what they are doing now. Of those remaining, we have R and Jesus.
Greetings, my disciples. I'm currently playing through Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, all on level 1.
Oh, God, you're doing the zero XP run.
And finally, Xandru Productions.
Today I just did an art stream, so if y'all want to catch up on what's going on there, you can check that out. Tomorrow, just doing a random gaming stream, so if y'all just want to hang out and just, I am gonna hopefully, like, finish through Pokemon Snap through the N64 emulator on my Switch, so I'll do that. Helldivers, and just see where we go from there.
Alright. Y'all have yourselves a good rest of the evening. Thank you all. Have a good night.
Bye, people.